Hey everyone, Alicia here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make two different types of flowers using regular old water bottles. So here are the materials that we're going to be using today. I have paint, but you can also use markers, scissors, glue, but you can also use tape. I have some pipe cleaners for the stem, but you can also use construction paper, and I have two water bottles. Now it doesn't matter what type of water bottle you have, so long as it's washed out and clean. Next, you're going to need to cut the top of the bottle off. Please be very careful with these scissors. So the top of your bottle should look like this when you're done. Then you want to cut in your petals. It doesn't matter what their size is. It all depends on what you want, but I am cutting in 5 petals for my flower. Again, be very careful with this step. Ask for help if you need it, and stay safe. Next, take the petals that you just cut out and you're going to fold them back. Make sure you're pushing out the plastic as much as possible so that all the flower petals stand out really nicely. Keep pushing the petals back until they are all rolled all the way back, and then you're going to flip it over and remove the cap because we're going to start painting. So take any color of paint that you want your flower to be painted with, or if you don't have paint, you can use markers or Sharpie markers to color your flower, but take any colors that you want and just start painting your flower. You want to do it on the flip side of the bottle where the petals curve inward so that you can face your flower out and you don't have to wait as long for it to dry before you put the stem and the finishing touches to your flower. After you have let your flower dry a little bit, all you need to do is to either attach your stem with a piece of cardboard, or I am using a pipe cleaner, around the spout. Then we can replace the top and screw it down. Now, if you're using construction paper, you might need to use glue or some tape, but that's all I need to do to finish my pretty flower. So you guys can be as creative as you want, use any colors you want, add leaves, and make a beautiful bouquet. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I have one more project that you guys can do using the other end of the bottle. So let's get to it. So we are going to take the other end of the bottle and make a small hole and then proceed to cut the bottom of the bottle out. Try to make it kind of shallow. And again, be very careful with this step with using scissors. Please ask for help so that you guys stay safe. But just cut the bottom of the bottle out, and that's what we're going to be using for our next flower. Once we have the bottom of our bottle cut out, we are going to start painting it. So again, use any colors you want. If you don't have paint, you can use permanent markers or just regular markers, but use any color you want and be as creative as you guys can get. All right, just continue painting your flower until it looks like how you want it to look. And I will see you after this is done. Once you are finished coloring your flower, you can add a second layer of paint if you want to, or you can add more colors if you want to. I left my flower a little bit thin because when the sun shines through it, it'll act as a bit of a sun catcher, and that's just the way that I want my flowers. You can definitely do a thicker coat so that it is completely opaque, or you can add more than just 2 colors like I did. You guys can get totally creative with what you want to do. So the next step is that we are going to add a stem to our flower. You can also add leaves, but I'm just going to add a stem. You can either use construction paper that you tape or glue, or you can use a pipe cleaner if you have it. And I have a little bit of glue on mine. So I'm just going to set the bottle bottom on top of it, and we're going to let this dry. I'm also going to add a little tiny piece of tape to help my pipe cleaner to stick to my flower until it actually fully dries. So here's my finished flower. As always, I want to see your guys' projects. I want to see what they look like. Please send me your projects at our hashtag BGC NEO Cyber Club, and stay tuned to the arts program for more fun crafts, and stay tuned to Cyber Club so that you guys can do a whole bunch of really cool, awesome activities. And I will see you guys next week.